and welcome back to my channel for day 2 of Vlogmas. If I'm a new face to you, my name is Lauren, aka Lauren Page Reads here on YouTube and also over on Instagram and TikTok. Yesterday we kicked things off with some holiday romances that I think you should definitely read, and today we're talking about the all new releases that are hitting shelves this December. You need to make sure you have that Goodreads tab open because you're going to want to add all of these to your TBR. And maybe have your keys in hand so you can drive to your bookstore too. Make sure you are following along for the 25 days of Vlogmas that I am doing, and I am dropping a new video for you to enjoy each and every day leading up to Christmas. From small town second chances to steamy wolf shifters, magical libraries, and a princess who definitely doesn't want the crown. There's a little bit of everything in store this month, and I can already tell my wallet is not ready for this. So grab your blanket, grab your hot cocoa, and let's dive into our December release radar. Kicking things off with cozy and contemporary romance picks comes In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. This is book number 4 of the When in Rome series, and it follows the very last sibling, Madison Walker, who is trying to piece her life together and ends up working for her brother's best friend on his farm, I think it is. Sarah Adams always nails that warm, small town, laugh out loud, swoon-worthy moment chemistry that I think is so essential to romance books. And this one, it really sounds like it's going to tug on my heartstrings and feel completely wholesome. I am ready for that emotional depth. So the setup for Love in Plain Sight by Lauren Connolly is hilarious, okay? Stick with me. Beth has a near plane crash with her brother's grumpy best friend, who just so happens to be a pilot. Instead of running for the hills, she decides to take flight lessons from him. It's grumpy, sunshine, it's brother's best friend, and an accidental crush at 30,000 feet. It sounds equal parts funny and heartfelt, and also just like a light read that will land midway through the month. You know I love a good fake dating trope, and The Bodyguard Affair by Amy Lea checks all of those boxes. It follows Andy, who is a romance writer, and she secretly writes steamy romance novels about her boss, who just so happens to be the Prime Minister of Canada. When rumors start swirling that her books are inspired by a real-life affair, she ropes her bodyguard into a fake relationship to save her reputation. There is a workplace tension galore, second chances, and lots of wit. If you enjoyed Set on You or X's and O's, you are definitely going to want to grab this one. And now it's time for a royal twist. The Heir Apparent by Rebecca Armitage gives us a modern fairy tale about a reluctant princess who becomes next in line for the throne. It's set in between England and Tasmania. I think it's supposed to have that introspective tone that women's fiction often takes. It sounds like it's a mesh of The Princess Diaries and Red, White, and Royal Blue. You know, that sounds so wonderful to read, but make it grown up. I love that it promises emotional depth and questions duty, family, and choosing your own path. This is definitely one if you're a reader who likes contemporary with a touch of drama. To wrap things up in the romance section is The Mating Game by Lana Ferguson. This one is supposed to be steamy and fun because it follows a contractor who finds out that she's actually a late presenting Omega wolf shifter. Yep, this one is in the Omegaverse. She's forced to work with a grumpy alpha who just so happens to be her exact opposite. It's paranormal, it's spicy, it's got a Christmas setting going on, and it is written by the Queen of Spice herself, Lana Ferguson. So if your December reading pile needed a little bit of heat, make sure to add this one to your TBR. Fantasy and romantasy picks! Yes. We have some fantasy and romantasy books coming out in December, so buckle up. The Rebel and the Rose by Catherine Doyle is book number 2 in the City of Phantom series. And if you loved that mix of magic, rebellion, and slow burn enemies to lovers romance, get ready for book 2. This book follows Seraphine and Ransom as their loyalties are tested. Their chemistry grows, and a prophecy that could change everything looms. With this one, you need to think Carvel and Throne of Glass, with that richly romantic undertone. It's a YA romantasy, and I believe this one is actually done right, with high stakes, gorgeous writing, and just enough heartbreak to keep you flipping the pages. Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken is for the adult romantasy readers. This book kicks off a new series that blends mythology, academia, and enemies to lovers tension that is so beloved by the romantasy community. The premise? The gods aren't actually dead. They're just sleeping, silly goose. And it's up to one girl at a mysterious university to stop her ruthless father's plan to wake them up. There's a dark romance element, ancient secrets, and my favorite, a morally gray love interest who is both dangerous and irresistible. So if you enjoyed Divine Rivals or Fourth Wing, I think you definitely need to add this one to your TBR. It's on mine. If you're wanting a book that has some fantasy and some horror, you need to pick up Snake Eater by T. Kingfisher. This book follows a woman who is escaping a bad marriage and moves to a deserted town. Only she finds herself surrounded by old gods, eerie neighbors, and ancient debts. It's creepy, it's witty, and it's delightfully weird in the best T. Kingfisher way. This will be a perfect dark comfort read for those winter nights. And for the last two books that are on my December release radar, I have Mysteries. The Library of Fates by Margot Harrison is a mystery with a magic premise. And it sounds like the Starless Sea meets The Secret History. Two former classmates must locate a missing magical book that can predict your future, but only if you confess a secret from your past. It's set across Harvard and Paris and weaves literary clues, old friendships, and buried trauma all into one story. And honestly, I want to read this one so it can break my brain in the very best way. The last one really is a true cozy mystery, and it is All My Bones by PJ Nelson. This one is book number 2 in the Old Juniper Bookstore Mystery series. And I just had to include it because I read the first one around this time last year. It follows our main character who inherits a bookstore in small town Georgia, and she discovers a body buried in her backyard. When her best friend is arrested for the murder, she takes matters into her own hands to try and solve it. It's got that Murder, She Wrote energy, plus all the cozy bookstore vibes that you crave this time of year, if you're normal like me. Totally. So if you liked Booked for Murder as much as I did last year, you need to make sure this one's on your list. And there you have it, 9 new releases that are coming out in December that cover all the reading moods that matter, at least to me. So whether you're craving a small town, slow burn romance, a darkly magical fantasy, or a cozy mystery that you can curl up with by the fire, this month's lineup is seriously stacked. If you missed day 1 of Vlogmas, I will link it for you up above because we talked about holiday romances to get you in the festive spirit. And make sure you are subscribed to my channel because day 3 is all about my festive December TBR, aka the books that I'm personally planning on reading this month. Thank you so much, Book Bestie, for spending part of your day with me. And let me know in the comments which of these December releases you are most excited for or that you have pre-ordered. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3 of Vlogmas. Happy reading! Bye!